Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wasn't asked why I'm convinced. Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Good afternoon everyone, it looks like we are live just after 5 once again, my favourite part of the afternoon. Let's crack on because there is always stuff to look upon in the crypto sphere. I do find that quite amusing. Let's have a quick look at prices. I saw a sea of red earlier. All the shitcoiners like absolutely, getting their knickers in a twist over it, should we say, because they obviously have no understanding and no clue of what is going on. And they don't understand that the market is totally and utterly manipulated. Traders trade against one another. That is it. The only people who work together are investors. Investors add value. Traders take value away because they're trying to take value out of the system and siphon it into their own pockets. So you've got these small-time traders trying to trade against the big boys, and the big boys are just like, nah, you're having none of that. But one thing you can be sure of, knowing that it is whales that are manipulating the market, is that the whales need the market in order to make money. So they are never going to destroy the market. They are just simply going to push the price down so everybody gets their knickers in the twist. And then when the price sort of like bottoms out, they buy in and push the price back up. It's that simple. All these people doing trade analysis. Look, unless you are in with these whale traders who are manipulating the price for their own benefit and you know the moves they're going to do, you are going to lose. That is it. It's investors that go in. Investors may be looking at entry points. Investors will be looking at, the potential for, news coming out on the market. That's what investors do. They go in, they add value to it. They do not take it away. Traders just looking at pump and dumps. Oh, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to shit on someone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell this asset for no other reason other than the fact that I think it's overpriced, and therefore I'm going to try and sell it to some schmuck. That's all traders do. Despise traders. As you can probably tell from my tone of voice, but I'm not really interested in any of these shitcoins because we know that their fundamental value is absolutely nothing. It's just whale traders manipulating the market. And whale traders, trying to wash their ill-gotten gains need as many shitcoins on the market as possible to make it look legit. That it's like, right, well, we can spread all of this out amongst all of these shitcoins so it looks more diversified. Whereas if they were just simply pumping and dumping one coin, it would just be too blatantly obvious. So shitcoins help them out. That's why they all love Ethereum. Let's go on to the gossip. This is my favourite bit. Check this out. So I put a poll on earlier. So the question I had here is because, Bitcoin is going to be looking for a face to represent it. So I said, and Isaac seems to be putting himself out there on Streamanity, and I thought, well, look, should Isaac Morehouse be the new face of Bitcoin? Poll attached below. So we've got A Pomp, massive fail. Chosen Core Coin, we've got Rogerver, a massive fail. These boys are going nowhere. They don't even know it yet. And we got Isaac, who, the crypto community, I would say in general, maybe B crashers know him because he was kind of like following the protocol. He's been a little bit slow off the mark. Yeah, so it's kind of like, the B crashers might not like him, but, he's kind of like brushed them off. And it's just like, well, he seems to be getting this. And, to brush all the B crashers off, means that he's just like, look, I'm not going to listen to you douchebags. He seems to be like a man of his own mind. G in there. Check this out. So China unveils its updated ratings of top cryptocurrencies with EOS, Ether, IOST and NEO in the top 5. Oh dear, look at all these shitcoins they've got listed. I saw Litecoin in there just now. Oh my goodness me. Right, look, they got Tron at number 4. Neo number 5. Cosmos number 6. Oh, this is hilarious. Stellar at number 9. Dash at number 10. Oh, Lisk at number 12. Bitcoin, that would be BTC at number 14. Oh my goodness me. Ripple's in there. Nulls is in there. Komodo that's just been delisted by the Australian CoinSpot. Quizilla, Ethereum Classic. Oh, what on earth? Are they rating them by the style of the logos? Simplicity of the name? it's just, it makes no sense whatsoever. Let's see what else there was there. So, crikey, look at this. So, Korean crypto exchange seized after banking $85 million in illegal profits. This was an article by Decrypt. They're usually quite good. They seem like relatively neutral. So it says, Korean crypto exchange seized after banking $85 million in illegal profits. Authorities stormed into Coinbit's offices today after they found the exchange had faked over 99% of its trading volume. Ooh! Imagine trying to explain that. In brief, Coinbit was seized by authorities earlier today after manipulating volume on its exchange. Police said the business made over $85 million in illegal income. Investigations are ongoing. Oh dear. A few people are going to be regretting, being naughty now. Seoul police have raided the offices of Coinbit, one of the largest crypto exchanges in South Korea, this morning after they found that the firm had used illicit methods to generate trading volume and earn millions of dollars, according to local outlet Seoul News. Coinbit allegedly faked over 99% of its volume using the scheme. Yeah, would you believe it? Fake volumes are a rampant feature in crypto markets globally, with researchers stating over 90% of all transactions on exchanges could be bots trading back and forth with each other to generate the illusion of an active market. This is referred to as wash trading. But there we go. I've said this all along. I was looking at this thinking, the movements of the market make no sense whatsoever unless they are manipulated by a single entity, pumping and dumping it. Because there's no way the market would suddenly crash so fast, so far, without everyone losing confidence. So it's unsuspecting traders like ourselves that go in, the price crashes, like, you know, Dave Portney, he's just like, look, I've lost all this money, I'm out, sells at a massive loss, prices go back up again. That's what these traders do. Yeah, we are used to this now. Yeah, seen it 1,000,001 times. Not surprised about it, but you know, so long as you have a fundamental understanding, you know, like we do of Bitcoin, then that's all right. And then check this one out: Binance in trouble for failing to prevent hackers from turning stolen Bitcoin into cash. Surprise, surprise! Would you believe it? So let's have a quick gander at this while we're here. Oh my goodness! I mean, big sums of money's in here. But I mean, Huobi has been mentioned. Oof. You know, do not trade, people. Do not trade. Yeah, too risky. You know, and the exchange can just simply shut down and take your coins with them. That's it. Good night, Vienna. You know, just do not do it. You know, but people are going to have to learn the hard way, aren't they? This is quite interesting. So again, this was CoinDesk just simply pointing out what we already knew, that DeFi is just like the ICO boom and regulators are circulating. That was everything. Oh, I mean, look at this. This is another crypto trader, Martini guy. Go, always buy the dip. So I said, will you still be saying that to your sheep, or when you finally understand the SegWit centralized control of BTC under Blockstream so that it has no fundamental value, meaning knowledge will soon catch up with speculation and crash its price to zero also? Got lemmings jumping off a cliff. And then Gone Girl Crypto, she goes, give me a scenario where Corecoin could actually go to zero. So I said, all right, if you're referring to Corecoin BTC, the moment people understand that a monetary system cannot run on a centralized network controlled by Blockstream that doesn't work in the first place, HODL, it will go straight to zero. Like, you cannot have a monetary system, you know, running on a centralized network. You just can't. Like, that's why it's the whole point of decentralization and neutrality. Like, you know, dear oh dear. Yeah, just a reminder, this was somebody who was just asking me questions about Bitcoin earlier. So he just said here, I'm taking away your precious time. I'm sorry. Don't be, that's all right. Here's the last question. How many decimal places can Bitcoin be divided? Some say 8 digits and some say 16, which is right. So I said here, it can be divided by however much is required, in quotes, 16 or more decimal places. So that's 16 or more. So just more. That's just all you need. And that was from CSW himself, the creator. And I said, so long as the payment processors can make a profit and the cost to users is an absolute minimum, just transactions, you know, it can just simply be divided. That is it. So I said, I'm just referring to those articles earlier. I said, Bitcoin is not just the world's best commodity money, but also the world's best honey trap. Ooh, yes indeed, yes indeed. So, yeah, that will... Oh, I was crikey. Right, it's time for Ding a Dong, people. So, thanks very much for tuning in. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, joy given, and I shall see everybody soon. See you later. Buybsv.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online.